Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet this little pouch right here. All you're going to need is some yarn. I am using the 1 pound yarn. I have my hook in the size 5.5 millimeters, a stitch markers, and some scissors. So let's get started. To begin round 1, we're going to need to create the magic circle and then single crochet 7 times into the circle. So to start off with the magic circle, you're going to take your yarn, wrap it around your fingers. Then you take your hook, you go inside the circle, you pull some yarn through, you yarn over, and then pull your hook through. Then you can tighten it by pulling on all the sides. Now you can begin crocheting into the magic circle. To single crochet into the magic circle, all you need to do is insert your hook through the loop, pull some yarn through, you have 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through. So that is a single crochet. You want to do that 6 more times until you end up with a total of 7 single crochets in the magic circle for round 1. I currently have 6 single crochets in my magic circle, and to tighten it, all I do is take this string and pull it. So now I'm going to do my 7th single crochet into the magic circle, tighten it once again, and then I'm going to slip stitch into my first stitch. So this one right here, I'm going to insert my hook through the stitch, pull some yarn through, and pull it straight into that loop. And that is going to be the end of round 1. So at this point, I'm going to place my stitch marker right into the last, into the slip stitch I just made, and we can begin round 2. Round 2 will consist of increasing in every stitch to total up to 14 stitches in this round. So to increase, all you're going to do is 2 single crochets in each stitch. So once again, you do your single crochet once, twice, into the same stitch, and you want to repeat that all the way around until you end up with 14 stitches. I currently have 12 stitches in my round. I just removed my stitch marker. Now I'm going to crochet 2 times into my last stitch to total up to 14, 13, and 14. And then I will I'll put back my stitch marker into my last crochet that I did, and that is how you end off the round. So every time you end off, it's the same. You're going to crochet into your last stitch, and then you will place your stitch marker back in, and then you'll continue crocheting into the next one. You don't need to do any chains or anything. You're just going straight into your next stitch. For round 3, we're going to single crochet into the first stitch, then we're going to increase into the next stitch, and repeat that process until we end up with 21 stitches in total for round 3. So single crochet into the first stitch, increase into the next, and then you'll repeat that all the way around until you end up with 21 stitches. Once again, your last stitch is going to be this one, and you should end up with increasing in this last stitch. You place your stitch marker back on, and then you will begin your next round. Moving on to round 4, we're going to single crochet into the first 2 stitches and then increase into the next stitch and repeat that process. You will then end up with 28 stitches in total for round 4. So we're going to single crochet into the first stitch, then the next stitch, and our 2 single crochets into the next stitch to increase. 1, 2. So again, repeat that all the way around until you end up with 28 stitches in total. For round 5, we're going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches and then increase into the next stitch. So you're going to end up with a total of 35 stitches for round 5. So so you want to single crochet into the first 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then now we're going to increase. 1, 2 into the same stitch, and repeat that all the way around until you end up with 35 stitches in total. Again, that is 3 single crochets and then increasing. This is currently how big my circle is for round 5. If you would like to extend the circle, all you need to do is just single crochet into the next 4 stitches and increase and so forth if you would like to do that. But this is how big my pouch is going to be. So now for round 6, I'm going to single crochet into each of these stitches, but I'm only going to single crochet into the back loops. So this is facing towards me, so this is the front, and then this loop right here is the back. So all I'm going to do is just single crochet into that loop. I'll show you that one more time. So this is the front loop, this is the back, and then I'll just do my single crochet, and you want to continue doing that all the way around. So remember, single crocheting into the back loops only. Once you finish crocheting into the back loops only, this is how it should look. Now for round 7, we're going to continue single crocheting, but we're just going to do it the normal way, so no back loops or anything, just the normal single crocheting. So you just want to continue that until you finish all the way in this round, and you should still be at 35 stitches in this round. Okay, so I actually had to refilm for round 8 because I actually messed up on my decreasing. So again, it's still the same. It's going to be single crocheting into the first 3 stitches. So of course this is not going to look how it's supposed to be for round 8, but I'm just showing you this one more time. You're going to single crochet into the first 3 stitches. And then to decrease, it's going to be into the front loops only. So you insert your hook into the next stitch, and then to the next stitch after that you yarn over and pull through. So again, an invisible decrease is going through the front loops only, and I'm going to show you that one more time, but first you're supposed to single crochet into the first 3 stitches, 2, 3, and again, invisible decreasing is going through the front loops only. So insert your hook through the first stitch, the next stitch in the front loops only, yarn over and pull through. So that is an invisible decrease, working through the front loops only. I also wanted to mention that if you did make your pouch a little bit bigger, when you're decreasing, you're going to decrease by whatever you increased. So let's say you went up to round, you did 4 single crochets into the next stitch and then increase to make it bigger. What you're going to do is go into the next 4 stitches and decrease. So how many you did your single crochets by, you're just going to do the same thing and decrease it. Once you finish your decreasing row, this is how it should start to look. It's going to be going a little bit more straight up now. So from here on out, all I'm going to do is single crochet into all of my stitches. And for the rounds, it's going to depend on how tall you want your pouch to be. So I'm probably going to do about 10 or 11 rows. I'm not sure yet. But if you don't want to do single crochets, you can go ahead and do double crocheting, half double crochet, whatever you like. It doesn't have to be just this plain pattern. But before I get started with my next row, I'm just going to tighten this and then cut this off, and then I'll begin my rows. So again, all you're going to do is just single crochet, double crochet, whatever you like, and do as many rows as you like, and then I'll show you how to do the string that wraps around this. Okay, so I just finished crocheting about 10 rounds of single crochets, and I'm going to stop right here, and you can just cut it off and then secure it and tie it together, but it'll end up with a straight edge like this, so you can leave it like that, but I just wanted to show you another method you can do to make like a curved border. So again, if you wanted to leave it straight, that's fine, just cut it here, tie it, and then secure it. But if you want to do a little bit of a curved border, you can chain 2 and then single crochet into your next stitch. So again, I'm going to chain 2, single crochet into the next stitch, and I'm just going to continue to I'm going to continue to do that around the whole top part of my little bag here, and then I'll show you how it looks at the end. So again, you can leave it as a straight border and it'll turn out like this, or you can do a little bit of a wave and make it a little bit cuter. So again, I'll just finish doing that, chaining 2 and single crocheting into the next stitch. If you decided to do the chaining of 2 and single crocheting, this is how the top part of your bag will look. And then you can just cut off the excess piece of yarn and then secure everything together. Now we're gonna create the little band that goes around our bag. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 60, or depending how big your bag is, you might need to chain a little bit more. So to chain, what you're going to do is you're going to wrap this yarn around your fingers. You take the yarn and put it through the loop, basically creating a slip knot, and you can do that with your hook, but I just choose to do it that way. And then to chain, what you're going to do is yarn over your hook and pull through, and that is 1, 2, 3. So you can continue doing that. I'm going to do a chain of 60 and then I'll be back. So I just completed chaining 60. Now I'm just going to cut off my yarn, and then I'm just going to take this the end piece basically, and then the loop, and then pull through. So just tighten it like that, and then you should be done with your chain. Okay, so to insert the chain through the bag, you're just going to take your hook, and I'm going to go from the inside. You're going to decide where you would like to place the band. So I'm going to put a little bit more at the top, so probably right here. Now I'm going to take my yarn and pull that through. So what I'm going to do now is just basically go in and out of the bag, inserting my chain through it so I can tighten it later. Also, I'm planning to probably separate it apart for 3 stitches and then insert my hook again. This time I'm putting the yarn in the bag, so just pull it like that. Again, I'm going to go 3 spaces, and then this time take the chain out of the bag, just like that. So I'm going to continue doing that until it wraps around the whole bag. Okay, so I'm close to wrapping it around the whole bag, but I just wanted to cut off the excess string because I don't want this part too long. And then when you wrap it, I'm personally not going to go any further than this, because at this point I do plan to just tie it like this and create a little bow. And then there's your bag. So simple and easy to do. Okay, so here is the outcome of the little pouch. I hope you guys like this tutorial and you try it out. Thank you for watching.